49er fans, Talanoa. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that wrong. You guys can go ahead and roast me in the comment section. But that play specifically when he intercepted Matthew Stafford on that screenplay told me that the 49ers won this game. Now, I have nothing against NFC teams. My boy, you see this? We're in a completely different division. But for the most part, man, Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, this isn't a recap of the Rams game whatsoever. I got some Saints versus 49ers gameplay away. Them 49er throwback uniforms are pretty crisp. But this video particularly is from my boy Jimmy Gucci Garoppolo. Everybody doubts him. I know the fans hate him because of those simple mistakes he threw against the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl a few years back. Or just missing throws that are just meant to be. But let me tell you guys something about Jimmy. Don't necessarily count him out, because when in doubt, there's always hope. And I truly believe that Jimmy Garoppolo, there is some sort of potential that he could take him into the playoffs deep into the season. Now, we won't necessarily know, obviously, because it's only been a few weeks. But this game today in particularly, he's kind of showcased the reason why he deserves to be a starter. The whole situation that happened with Washington as well, him not getting traded. See, the 49ers, okay, you guys got lucky because Trey Lance actually got injured at a good time, which isn't a good thing at all, okay? Let me just clarify that. Whenever a player gets injured, you never want to wish that upon anyone, especially getting injured, torn ACLs. You guys seen the concussion protocol, all of because of what happened with Tua. But you never want to wish that. But what I'm trying to say is they got very fortunate that he got injured at a time where Jimmy Garoppolo was still on the team. And hey, he has an opportunity and has potential to take them far into the playoffs. Maybe this season, I don't know. Let me know your guys' thoughts. San Francisco, the Bay Area. I don't know too much about the 49ers. All I know is that Tallulah. I don't know, golly. The safety ends up intercepting Matthew Stafford. It was a great game up until that point. Things just started to fall apart. But in reality, if you really think about it, that was a good matchup. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Let's get this gameplay rolling. As always, let's get it rolling.
So, Jimmy G traveling up to the New Orleans Saints Stadium in Louisiana, of course. And I have a big theory. My theory is that, or you know what, my bold guess is that Jimmy G is going to take the 49ers far into the playoffs. Mark my words, and he's going to start over Trey Lance next season. I'm just playing, of course. 49er fans, you might get mad at that statement, but nevertheless, let's get right into it. Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry, Alvin Kamara, Jameis Winston, Chris Olave, the rookie receiver, of course, has been showing out so much. Shout out to him as well for being able to be that receiver if Michael Thomas wasn't able to step up, of course. But injuries, man, they are the key factor of whether a player is going to be able to keep up with those stats. So many injuries going on to this season. I mean, it's football. It's just part of the game. It's very unfortunate. But you know what? It is what it is. You got to be tough to play in this league, okay? And if you're not tough, it's okay. It's understandable. Health is better than anything. But anyways, right here on the first play right here, Jameis Winston that I show ends up getting intercepted. Let's get it, man. Greenlaw ends up getting the... You would guess that's kind of like a fumble, but no, Jameis actually threw it. And it ended up being incomplete, but we end up getting the INT before it falls to the ground. So Jimmy finding a wide receiver, and Deebo Samuel ends up getting swatted away. I believe that was Tyrann Mathieu. The thing about Tyrann Mathieu that you have to understand is that obviously he's not the tallest, but he's probably the best safety. He's top 5 safety for sure, in my opinion, for the simple reasons that his heart and his just charisma to play this game is off the charts. I mean, the Cardinals, I don't know why they let go of him. Then again, when he went to the Houston Texans and going to the Kansas City Chiefs doing his thing, I would say Tyrann Mathieu has had one heck of a season and pretty much one heck of a career. So shout out to Tyrann Mathieu. And why does Nick Bosa's helmet look like that? It does not look proper whatsoever. We end up getting the sack. I don't know if that's like a special helmet he's wearing in real life, but I noticed that specific design. It does not look good. But right here, 4th down, Jameis Winston, the Florida native. Let's see what we can get going. Jameis snaps it, trying to get someone open, ends up forcing it, and Mosley, the CB, the cornerback, ends up picking it off. Let's get it. Defense is playing absolutely strong. I mean, the D-line from the 49ers is extremely underrated for the simple reason that they get overshadowed from the lack of, obviously, wins. But it's so early on in the season, being 2-2, it's really too early to tell whether a team's going to be successful or not. But, of course, you got to play week by week. And as I'm playing this game, as I'm watching 49er games as well, I'm starting to really get a feel of their offense and the way Jimmy plays. So it's kind of like a dink and dunk. So that's the way I'm approaching it, and check this out. Staying in the pocket and finding George Kittle is just something that I've realized. And before I say anything, look at that helmet. Is that a Power Ranger helmet? Is that how Kittle's helmet is in real life? Why does it look like that? I might be wrong. Nevertheless, so it looks pretty unique, I would say. In Kamara, look at Nick Bosa. And right after that play right there, right after that tackle for loss, Nick Bosa's X Factor ends up lining on. So check that out. Pretty exciting to see that. And defense, once again, just shout out to the defense for the 49ers. Just playing absolutely amazing. Especially against the Rams as well. That high-powered offense with the Rams. Defense played absolutely incredible. And right here, Fred Warner ends up picking the ball off. Let's go. Defense is playing absolutely amazing. I can't really complain. There's nothing much I can ask for the Bay Area. 49ers, gang bang Niner gang. It's going up right now. Let's get it. Oh, and check this out right here. As I'm snapping it, Deebo Samuel, whoa, I thought you could play running back. Ends up getting demolished. Oh my goodness. The Honey Badger ends up picking the ball up. Doesn't get too much so, but I thought Deebo was a running back. That's why I embraced the hit. See, typically with wide receivers, I do not take the hit whatsoever. I'm going to fall down, double tap X, double tap square, whatever it is, whatever console you play. That's my motive, of course, and as I'm saying that, we end up getting an interception. Odom, let's get it. Defense is just playing absolutely amazing in this game. Shout out to the defense once again. And you guys see the duration of the video. It's coming pretty short. This game had potential to be a top candidate, of course, game of the year. And Deebo Samuel ends up making up for that really ridiculous hit stick he got hit earlier. But you know what? It is all good in the neighborhood. And as I'm saying that, Jimmy Garoppolo, check this out. Staying comfortable in the pocket. Just be patient. Don't force nothing. And Ayuk ends up mossing the Honey Badger. And it is a touchdown. Brandon Ayuk ends up making an incredible play right here. We're up by 3 possessions. All I can tell you is my opponent has had enough. Hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope that Jimmy Garoppolo keeps continuing on proving the haters wrong. New Orleans Saints, well, it's going to be a long journey for you guys, okay? But it all depends on how Jameis Winston plays. Nevertheless, though, once again, appreciate it if you made it up to this point. It's all good, Jameis. Eventually, you'll bounce back. As always, stay tuned for the next video.